Back here on the MLB pregame show, Matt Vasgersian getting you set for the finale of this three-game set. That'll come your way in mere moments, but first we'll take a look at the Topps Player Spotlight. Chester Smith is our subject, and he's coming off a very nice game in which he racked up 4 hits and just looked dialed in at the plate.
Yeah, anytime you get yourself 4 base knocks in a game, you're doing something right. You might have gotten a couple of gifts in terms of good pitches to hit, but, it's not about the pitches you get, it's what you do with them. And from what I saw, balls were flying all over the yard off his bat. Well, that performance was big for his team, and I'm sure they're hoping he can do it again in this one.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Today, the third and final game in this 3-game series between the San Diego Padres and the Cincinnati Reds. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. And here's a chance to look at the starting 9 for the visiting San Diego Padres. EK, any thoughts?
Well, you better be careful when dealing with that 5-hole hitter. He is such a clutch hitter for this ball club. His average with runners in scoring position is up over 400 on the year, so expect him to cash in if he gets a chance.
Bo Phillips gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, Matty, he's having a fantastic year with an ERA of under 2.
Nick Franklin will dig in now. He had a couple of hits in yesterday's contest.
Well, he's had 7 RBIs in his last 10 games, so he is producing runs, and he had another good one yesterday.
Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Smith has a... He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Now it'll be the Reds' turn, no score. Chester Smith will stand in for the first time, and he enters with that average in the stratosphere, up over 360 to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Into the windup and the pitch. This is line to left. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. Chester Smith, the hitter now. He was gunned down at second, attempting to stretch a single his first time up.
You know what? I'm not sure if that was on him or the first base coach, but it obviously didn't work out. It took a good throw to get him, though.
Guevara is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
I'll tell you, if this is in off the plate just a little bit further, this thing might end up in the cheap seats in left field. But instead, it just gets to the outer half. He still gets pretty good wood on the ball, but he winds up pulling it right at something.
Nick Franklin will try it again. 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground ball thus far.
Well, guys, if you split the difference between the fly ball and the grounder he's put in play, you've got a nice line drive. So maybe we'll witness that right here.
Pulled toward right center field. And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Chris Mercado will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
Yeah, putting the ball in play, sometimes that's half the battle.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. high in the air out to center field. Smith coasts under it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So 4 runs in the inning, and they come on the strength of the 2 big flies. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up in the bottom of inning number 6. It's the Padres 4 and the Reds 1. Chester Smith will step in now, representing the potential tying run.
And keep in mind, he is the team leader in home runs, so if anyone's got a shot of getting one out of here, it's him.
Hit hard to short. There's Peterson. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
Ted Boyer strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Runner goes for second. Here's a swing and a ball hit into the air to left center and shallow. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Reds will be forced to settle for just the 1. 7th inning coming up. It's the Padres 4 and the Reds 2. So striding in, number 48, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And there's the 4th wide one, so he's aboard on the intentional walk.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Ted Boyer will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he can make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
Trying to hold the lead. Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, he gets a glove on it, knocks it down, and they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Now batting, first baseman, Rick Albrecht.
So stepping in, number 43, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. He struck him out, and it could have been worse. The inning over with only a run coming across to score. It's a run on 2 hits here for Cincinnati. 9th inning coming up. The Padres lead it 4-3. Pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, just a great all-around game for him here. You'll see on the line score, 4 hits, including that big home run. You'd have to say he was instrumental in leading these guys to the victory.
So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head on over to theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 5-4. So long from Cincy.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Cincinnati Reds. 5 runs, 13 hits. With 1 error, they left 5 men on base. For the Padres, 4 runs on 6 hits. No errors. They left 6 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 15 minutes. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.
Sun's starting to set now over Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Time now for a glance at the Phillies' batting order in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
You know, I think there's some concern about the way Brandon Belt's been playing. He only has 4 hits in the last 10 games. He's just having difficulty squaring the ball up lately.
Mike Leake will be on the mound for the series opener. EK, what's the word on him?
He threw a real gem in his last game. Complete game shutout. He'll look to repeat that kind of performance here.
Dusty Guzman will stand in now, and as you can easily tell from the splits, he's really struggled away from home. Fly ball heading for the alley. Smith on the move, but he's not going to get this one. It's into the gap. And he will get there with the game's first hit, a leadoff double.
Oh, it's just so important for a visiting ball club to come out swinging in the first inning. You got to do what you can do to get on the board first. And he gives him a good shot at that right here as he kicks off the night with a leadoff double.
So striding in, number 48, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Smith.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. And the tying run comes around to score from second. It's 1-1. Throw in will wind up holding him to just a single, but he does pick up an RBI as runners move to the corners now and the trouble deepens. Standing in now with runners in scoring position, Ted Boyer, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
Grounded to the right, to his left, Hernandez. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here's just a case of a guy at the plate doing the little things to help his team win. And he gives his guys the lead here following the RBI groundout.
Adrian Carbajal will stand in now, 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, guys, that's why they call it a batting average. He's been hitting over 350 in his last 10 games, but he had kind of a bad one yesterday.
That's in there on the outer half, 1-2 now. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
And they come off of what was overall an unsuccessful homestand. You can't afford to have a losing record when you're playing in your own building, so they're going to need to turn it around because they've got a tough stretch of road games coming up.
He got him, and it'll probably take a base hit now to get that runner across from third. Time now for a look at the hometown Reds starting lineup card in this one. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot.
Number 28 stands in. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to first, and they're able to escape the monster inning as the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We'll move to inning number 2 here in Cincinnati. It's the Reds 2 and the Phillies 1. Into the box now, Chester Smith. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
Hit hard up the middle. And that'll just elude his outstretched glove for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Make it 5-1.
When you're already losing, the one thing you can't do is give away more runs. I mean, you're already in the hole. The last thing you want to do is keep digging, but that's what's happening right here. Things are going from bad to worse now.
Ted Boyer will stand in now with 3 home in the inning already and 2 more ducks out there at second and third.
And a chance to really put up a crooked number here with just a simple base hit.
Three runs already home here. Called strike 2, and now it's full 3-2. EK, where are you going now on 3-2?
I still got to work a corner. Not just going to throw it right down the middle and grab a strike. Can't be a giveaway pitch.
And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Well, that's okay. You would have liked him to chase on 3-2, but you had your base open here, so now you can really focus.
Adrian Carbajal strides forward with the bases juiced now, and a big hit here could really put this one out of reach early on.
Hey, and you ever heard the term smell blood? That means you have to be like a shark and attack when the other guy's bleeding. It's a great chance for them to take a commanding lead right now.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. It's now 7-1.
If you want to put a big smile on the face of your starting pitcher, give him a 6-run lead early on and see what you get. He's got to be loving this right now, and I got a feeling they're not done scoring runs for him yet.
Dusty Guzman will lead things off here with his guys down 7 in the early going. Steve Lyons, how do you come back from a deficit like that?
Well, I think slowly. I mean, yeah, ideally a 10-run inning would be great, but you've got time on your side. You don't need to try to get it all back at once. Just peck away. A couple runs here, a couple runs there. Get yourself into slam range. That's 4 runs down.
Pulled toward right center field. Moving under it. 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Cesar.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Chester Smith. He singled his last time up.
Chester Smith.
Hit out toward second. Reined in. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home fourth.
Now batting, second baseman,
Lincoln Byers will come in now to begin their half of the 6th, and it's been a struggle for them so far. Just 3 hits through the first 5 innings.
And that's certainly not going to be enough to get the job done. And as the scoreboard bears out, if they want to get back in this game, I think this is the inning that it needs to start happening.
Leaks ready. Here's the 2-1. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Center fielder number 24.
Digging in, Chester Smith. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
And Matt, with the double play in order, they'll obviously be looking to induce another ground ball out of him right here.
First pitch on its way. High and deep to left center field. Bruno ranging back. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. Ready now, Chester Smith. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Center fielder, Chester Smith.
He's set. Here it comes. Line toward the gap in left center. Now a dive, but he can't get there, and this is going to be trouble out there in left center. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, unfortunately, this is probably going to be his last at-bat. This triple will give him 3 legs of the cycle, so unless his guys really go to work, he won't have a chance to finish it off. But either way, he's had a tremendous ball game. This is the capper right here.
Ted Boyer digs in now with 2 already home and a potential 3rd waiting in the wings only 90 feet away.
Well, runs often come in bunches, Matty, and we're going to have to see if that's the case right here. They've got a chance at a big inning.
2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
I tell you, that was not an easy take.
It sure wasn't, especially when you've got to protect on an 0-2 count.
1 out and a runner on third. Struck him out. And now they'll likely need a base hit to get that runner home from third.
Well, there's no question that the sinker away has always been this guy's bread and butter pitch. You can see where it is on show track, and you're just not going to get a better location than that pitch with 2 strikes.
Striding into the box, Adrian Carbajal, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
He has really struggled against right-handed pitching so far this year. His average against righties is pretty ugly so far.
Ready on 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
94 on the outer edge. You can't help but take that.
2 outs here with a runner at third. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
You can just sense him starting to tense up out there on the mound. They had him down 0-2, and now he's struggling to make the perfect pitch, and it's not happening.
Ready with the payoff pitch. And he missed with it there. Ball 4. It's a 2-out walk with the runner still at third.
You can't fault the pitch selection or the location there. It's well placed. Maybe just a hair off the outside corner. But 3-2, that's where you want to be.
Number 28 steps into the box, and we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home in the inning so far.
Well, this could be a huge inning or maybe the end of the inning. This is a pivotal at-bat in one of the turning points of this ball game right here.
On the ground to the left side. Scooped up, throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left. 9th inning coming up. The Reds lead it 10-1. Great look there at nighttime in Cincinnati as we head to the 9th inning for this one. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Carbajal calls for it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Well, a pretty good offensive show of force in this one. Probably at least a couple of players deserving. But, gentlemen, let's go ahead and give this man the nod as our top player of the game.
Yeah, he winds up with 3 hits, a triple, a double, and a single. Very close to the cycle, and they just could not keep him off base.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Reds win this one 10-3. Good night from Cincinnati.
The final line score for our ball game tonight: for the victorious Cincinnati Reds, 10 runs, 15 hits, 1 error. They left 10 men on base. For Philadelphia, 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 15 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 35 minutes. A reminder that post-game Metro bus service is available to Anderson Township, Cobblewood Plaza, Kenwood, and Western Hills Plaza.
Both teams getting their final warm-ups in as we welcome you back to the MLB pregame. Series is right around the corner, but before we turn that corner, here is our Topps player spotlight. Chester Smith is our subject as he enters this game riding a 10-game hitting streak. Steve, what do you think about his chances of extending it in this game?
Well, Matt, we all know that these streaks are always tough to keep going, especially when people start to catch on that they're actually happening. Plus, the pressure just keeps rising the longer they get. Now, this isn't really that long a streak by any means, so I doubt that he's feeling any pressure yet. I think he's just really having fun with it. But if he continues to stick to that same approach he's had over the last 10, I think he's got a good shot to keep it going for a little while longer. And, you know, it always helps if you get that hit out of the way in your very first at-bat. So we'll see if he can get that done in this one.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show. Live from the banks of the Ohio, we welcome you to Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. Stay tuned for Reds baseball next. With that, here's the starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Eric Karros, who you focused on?
Well, I'll be keeping an eye on what that leadoff hitter can do in this one. He's been working on a 5-game hit streak, and I expect him to be aggressive at the plate as he looks to extend it to 6.
Jose Villarreal will be the one towing the rubber for the Reds. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, you take a look at that whip. It's under 1-2, which tells me he's been pretty darn effective all year long. We'll see how he does in this one.
Chester Smith will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
And he's been hitting the ball out of the yard, too. A whole bunch of home runs in his last 10 games. And yesterday was a good one, too.
Now a drive out to left center field. Around third and being waved on home. And a relay home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Well, you know you're talking about a nice streak when you get up over 10 games in a row. And now that's 11 for this guy, so he is feeling it.
Ted Boyer will get his first shot here. Couple of hits in 4 trips last night.
Well, Matty just continues this string of his last 10 games where he's hitting over 300. He has those really, really nice games mixed in there.
And that's in there as well. 0-2 now. These Phillies, Eric Karros, as they enter play here tonight, they've been fairly punchless of late, losing last time out and, in fact, dropping 6 of their last 7.
And they're already down a run in this one, so they're behind the 8 ball again to start this game.
Got him. For the moment here in Cincy, let's take a glance at the Reds starting lineup in this one. Eric, who stands out to you?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's been a one-man wrecking crew lately, driving in 20 runs over the last 10.
Bryce Harper will dig in, and with Great American being one of the best hitters parks around, no surprise that he's a much better hitter here in Cincinnati than he is out on the road. A man on third with 2 down. High and deep to straightaway right. Kobayashi ranging back. He's there. Oh, but he can't hold on. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game.
Already their second double of the ball game here in the first inning. He's not fooling too many guys out there to this point, that's for sure.
Cesar Hernandez will dig in here. He singled to open up the ball game.
And you know, guys, I just love the way he went the other way with that. Now I'm interested to see if he has a similar approach in this at-bat.
And this is popped high in the air back behind short. And they'll put it away now without much of a problem. 2 gone now here in the third.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Chester Smith digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Into the windup and the pitch. Here's a chopper left side of the infield. Fires is up with it, throws in time, and that's out number 1.
Up next for Cincinnati, second baseman.
Lincoln Fires is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, you know, they've fallen behind by quite a bit in the early going here, so they need a good inning here to get them back in the game.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Smith racing back. He's there and records the first out. Rolando Batista is at the plate now. Flied out in his first at-bat. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Roberson racing back. Gone! Solo shot to right center. As they get on the board, it's 4-1 now.
Boy, the ball is definitely jumping here early. That's the first home run we've seen so far, but it's not the first hard hit ball, and it's looking like it might not be such a good night to be a pitcher.
Chester Smith will step in. A ground out victim his last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Line drive to center field, and that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
And another hard hit ball off of him right there. That's not the first one he's allowed so far. As you take a look at his line, not too much to write home about right there. This has not been one of his better performances at all.
Ted Boyer digs in. He reached on a walk his last time up and later came around to score. Here's a look over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in.
Just checking.
Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. Reds leave 1 as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Garrett Luna will stride forward now. He's bounced out a couple of times already here in the ball game.
Just a little off on his earlier swings, guys. He's got to keep that top hand palm up through contact to keep him rolling over.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Smith has it in his tracks. 2 down. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Smith has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. The Reds are on top, 4-1. Chester Smith digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
Hard liner to center field, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
Boy, how much hotter is he going to get? He's got himself another 3-hit ball game, and that batting average is going to continue to climb even higher.
Ted Boyer will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far.
Ted Boyer.
Runner goes for second. Pitch inside. The throw. Not in time as he steals second.
They turn him loose here on the first pitch after reaching base, and he had a pretty good jump that time. You know, sometimes pitchers are so focused on not allowing that runner on third to score that they forget about that guy on first, and he's able to take second here with ease.
5 runs, 12 hits. 1 error on the ledger for Cincinnati so far. Well, they missed with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and just put him aboard here, and they'll do just that.
Now batting, left fielder, Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance.
Yeah, and just another simple single to the outfield here would be big for these guys. It could score too.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Throw to second will be in time, but the run's going to come in and score. But no real shot at 2 as he's safe easily at first.
Well, I'm a little surprised that he wouldn't come home with this ball. That's always going to be a tough turn at second for the double play, and you know you're only going to get 1, so why not take the lead runner at home to save yourself a run?
Rick Albrecht digs in now after lining out in his last try. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply that credit to the next guy?
Adrian Carbajal strides in now, and we'll see if he can come through with 2 on and 2 out here in the 6th.
Well, there's still a lot of this game left, but it is starting to get late. This is a big opportunity that they don't want to let slip away.
Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left. 7th inning coming up. Reds out in front, 6-1. Lincoln Byers will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Smith over to his right. In there, a base hit. 1 run scores. Around third and being waved on home. And the runner from second is in to score.
Now batting,
Chester Smith steps in, got a base hit in his last at-bat.
center fielder, Chester Smith.
From the stretch. Smoke toward third. Fielded cleanly, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. Run on 2 hits. Leading off the inning, Garrett Luna, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning.
And so far in this ballgame, he hasn't even been on base yet, so we'll see if he can make an adjustment here.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Oh, and he misses it.
Yeah, it looked like a fairly routine play there. Don't know if he took his eye off it or what, but he winds up basically whiffing on the catch, and that's going to wind up a 2-base error.
And fellas, as always, a few guys we could have chosen from, but out of everybody,